Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Theo. If you're a returning subscriber or someone who's been here more than once, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm actually going to be reviewing the Colourpop Uh-Huh Honey eyeshadow palette. If you are interested in seeing some swatches, how it performs, and my overall thoughts on this palette, stay tuned. So when I first saw this palette on Trend Move, it really caught my attention with how vibrant and pretty the colors were. So when it launched on Colourpop, I decided to go ahead and pick it up. In addition to the palette, I also picked up the rest of the collection as well. But today we're going to be focused just on the palette. We're going to do some swatches, I'm going to try it on, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of the video. So when you first receive the palette, it comes in this pretty yellow packaging that says Uh-Huh Honey with gold lettering. And on the back, it has a listing of all the names of the eyeshadows that are within the palette. Okay, let's pull it out so we can go ahead and do the swatches. When you take it out of the packaging, it's in a hard plastic yellow palette with the same gold lettering and the same information on the back. I can show you that. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up. When you open up the palette, it is covered nicely. So you can go ahead and take that off, and it also has a mirror at the top, and the mirror has a seal on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. And these are the colors. I just thought it was just absolutely beautiful. All the light yellows and golds. And I don't recall seeing a palette with all of these light shades, especially with the focus being on the yellow, the gold, the bronze. I just think it's a really pretty palette. So okay, let's go ahead and do some swatches. I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to work my way across each row. The first one here on this side here is called Stinger. Then we have Sunburst, Sweet Potato, Dandy, Palooza, Queen Bee, Totally Buggin', Oh Behave, and Buzzkill. I'm going to go ahead and swatch them in that order, then we can take a look at them. Okay, these are all of the swatches. Some of them, when I get towards the end, you can barely see. But this first one here is Stinger. Then we have Sunburst, Sweet Spot, which is like it's a matte yellow, a matte light yellow. This one is Dandy, which is that beautiful gold metallic finish. This is Palooza, which is the gold glitter. It's like a yellowish gold glitter. It's a very, very pretty color. Next we have Queen Bee, which is more of a bronze-like metallic to me. And then we have Totally Buggin', which you can barely see on my skin tone. But that's definitely more of a light tan neutral shade. Then we have Oh Behave, which is a darker matte yellow. And then we have Buzzkill, which I don't know if you can also see because it's also kind of light there on my skin tone. So that's all 9 shades in the palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test a little bit of this out on my eye. I'm going to go ahead and jump off camera and prime my eyes, and then we'll do one eye on camera, and I'll do the rest of my face off camera and give you my final thoughts on the palette. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and I've put a little bit of primer on my eyes. For some reason today my eyelids seem awfully dry at the top, and it almost looks like it's peeling, but I put it on as best I could. And just so you know, the eye primer that I'm using today is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I've been using this a lot lately, and I really like this. So to test out the shadows on the eye today, we are actually going to be using the Catch Some Sun brush set from Colourpop. So that's what that looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and pull them out the box so we can go ahead and get started. This is what the brushes look like in that set. And there are 6 of them. And I believe they're all eye brushes. Yeah, they look like all eye brushes. I'm just going to pull them all out of the packages real quick. They have a nice little weight to them. They feel good. And the bristles are soft, which is nice. Okay. All right. So I'm actually going to take this, what is it, do they have numbers? The E2 brush from the collection. And I'm going to start out probably with Buzzkill here in the corner, just as a neutral color. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on my eye. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use the palette mirror so that I don't have to turn away. Actually, let me zoom you guys in just a tad bit. There you go, just a little bit closer. I know probably my head is cut off, but at least you can see my eyes. I'm just gonna put this all over really. It's just a light neutral brown shade for me. Well, it has a little color. So far so good. It's blending out pretty well. Like I said, this is a bigger brush. I actually think I'm gonna put a tiny bit more of that in there. Yeah, that peeling right there. And you know what? I'm thinking, I recently started using Retin-A like 2 weeks ago, and other areas of my face are at that peeling stage and it's driving me nuts. And what I just thought about is that because it was so strong, I started putting it in my moisturizer, and I guarantee you inadvertently I put some probably over my eye area, and not even thinking, because I'm so used to putting my moisturizer all over my face. I have to be super careful about that, I guess, going forward, because that is not a good look. And usually my eyelids are kind of oily, and today they're looking super dry. But anywho, further down, I think I am going to, let's see. It's not a whole lot of mattes that are really going to show really brightly on me, so I'm going to go ahead and go in with that darker gold, the Oh Behave, and kind of build that up right in the crease area or a little bit above. And I'm going to go ahead and use this brush, which is the E1 brush from that collection. I love the color, the white and silver on the brushes, and like I said, they have a good weight to them. They feel good. And I don't remember how much they were, but they weren't expensive at all. The whole collection, I got everything. The face oils, the, what are these little things called? The pigments, the 2 set of the pigments, the eyeshadow palette, and the 6-piece brushes for like 59 bucks. So the price was really good. Okay, I'm gonna just go in here with that, see what it does. It's actually really light. It's not really, let's see. I wonder how this would be, how much brighter it would be if I had to use like a pure white base for a primer. I actually do have one, okay. And again, I'm going to continue to deepen that until I get the effect that I want. Like I said, for me, it's definitely, I'm having to build up the color on this, but I'm liking the way it looks. And building up the color is definitely not a bad thing, because it allows you to get the color to the point where you want it. And this is going to be a super quick, super simple look. All right, let me just take this one and kind of lightly blend that back out. That's the one I used that brown on. Now, you can get that shade to go darker. Like I said, you could keep building it, or you can like probably use like a different color base. Like if I would use a white base or something, that would have made it show up a little bit more prominently. But I'm sure it's definitely buildable. Now, I will tell you, just for the record, that glitter that I swatched is definitely glitter. I had it all over, and it took me a while to get it off of my hand. So it's typical glitter. It'll be everywhere, but the color is absolutely gorgeous. Not sure if I'm going to use that in this eye look today, but we'll see. Let's see what Buzz can give me. Like I said, this is the same color I used in the crease here. I wonder if I can build it a little bit for just to give me a little something in the outer area. I don't know how buildable that is. And this Buzzkill color definitely does have quite a bit of fallout. The rest of them are doing pretty good, but this one, even when I swatched it, had quite a bit of fallout. But like I said, for the price points and the performance, I usually expect that most palettes are going to have a bit of fallout. Like I said, I know it can give some good color, because I've definitely seen some looks where people have this eyeshadow pop-in online. And I'm specifically sticking with the brushes that came in the collection. I didn't use any of my other brushes today, and that's kind of purposely done. Let's see what we can put on the lid. I'm gonna put Dandy at the front of my eye, and let's do Queen Bee on the front of the lid, and Queen Bee on the middle of the lid. Oh, that's pretty. No, this is very pretty. It's so funny because I think I'd have an easier time using my regular mirror, but I'm trying to use the palette mirrors as I've been doing stuff on camera, so that I'm not constantly turned away looking like this with my mirror over here to my left. And I guarantee you this color, it's already pretty, but I'm sure it would be even more vibrant if you sprayed it with a little Fix Plus or something. I'm not sure how well you can see that. Just to like pop a little Fix Plus on it. and make that even more metallic than it already is. The front of my eye I just put Dandy, and then the center we have Queen Bee. But when I have them on, I'm not, so I guess the Queen Bee is definitely a little bit more, Dandy is definitely a little brighter, but they blend really, like they go together really well. Like they would mesh well. This is definitely a little bright, but I kind of like it. I want to add a little more of Oh Behave in there again, just to kind of darken that up a little, as much as I can. Wipe that off right there. And I'm going to take Sweet Spot and blend that color out. See how that looks. Ooh, Sweet Spot looks pretty bright. It might be brighter than the one. Oh no, there we go. All right. I wish I had something deeper to put in the corner, but I don't want to go get another palette, so I'm just going to leave this kind of as is. And let's go ahead and, oh, it's in my hand. Let's add a little bit more Queen Bee. It looks like it's kind of faded there, like right there. You know what, there's no rhyme or reason to this, but I'm not really liking the spot missing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add Queen Bee all the way to the end of my eye. I'm not sure how this is gonna look. I'm not sure what the rules are, but I really don't care. I just want to put some color on there. Never imagined I would do just about an all yellow eye look, but hey, you know. And I must say, it's not bad. I'm kind of like, it's, you know, the top part is kind of subtle, and I wish some of the other colors, like, are a little light for me. But, so this probably wouldn't be a palette for me that I would use as a standalone palette, but definitely would use it in combination with something else where I could add a little bit more depth on the outside of my eyes and maybe in the inner corner. But I actually like the palette so far. The colors, I just like the colors. The colors are very pretty. They remind me of just this, you know, they remind me of like the sunshine and, you know, just a bright summery day. And yeah, I think they're gorgeous. Okay, guys. They blended pretty well. Like I said, in the area where I have a little bit of dryness, you can obviously see it there. Like I said, I wish there was a little bit more darker colors for me to do a little bit more, but I actually really like the color formulation. I would have played with the glitter a little bit, but like I said, it was all over the place. And with this look, I think it's fine the way it is. I could pop some glitter in the center or what have you, but we're not going to do that today. I did show you how it swatched, and it swatches really, really, really well. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off camera. I'm gonna do the other eye. I'm gonna put on the rest of my face, and I'll be back with my final thoughts on the palette. Okay guys, well I am back and I have finished my other eye, and I've also done my entire face. And I must tell you that I'm really liking the eye look that I came up with. Now you can see that already my glitter is, my shimmer shadow is starting to transfer. And someone did leave me a recommendation on one of my other videos that I could try some glitter glue, but I didn't do that today. I just left it as is, but I'm still loving this look. I think that it's stunning, it's bright, and it's beautiful to me. The colors, the palette itself, I can tell you that for me anyway, from my own personal opinion, that some of the lighter shades may be a little too light for me for any kind of transition shade, but these yellows, these golds, this bronze color, all of those colors are absolutely fabulous. Now this doesn't really have that color if you want to really darken your outer V, or really, really deepen or darken your crease with like a dark you or a black. This palette does not have that, but you can take another palette and add that to this to get a look that you may want to achieve. But otherwise, if you know, you can still create a variety of different looks from this palette without it. Just know that they're probably going to be on the lighter spectrum like I did today. And I absolutely love the finished look. And what I did is actually, in my inner corners, I used the loose pigment. I bought the set, and I used the color, the Lion is the color. And it's a beautiful gold shimmer color, and it looks really good to me right there, popped in my inner corner. So what are my thoughts? Is it worth the buy? I think it is. I think the colors are really fun. And like I said, just know that all the colors in the palette are really light. So it's for, if you're looking for a palette to do something fun and something light, something airy, this would definitely be the palette. If you want to add some deeper color tones to it, know that you would have to use a companion palette for that. You'd have to use another palette to go along with this. But the colors in here are stunning, and you can really, really create some great looks. It just reminds me of, you know, summer and fun and lightheartedness and cheerfulness and sunshine, all of those things. When I look at this, it just makes me happy. So this is, as I said before, I bought the palette. I actually bought the whole set, which included the palette, the Glow Up Face Oil, the Turmeric Face Milk, the Squeeze the Day Lippy Scrub in this box right here. And I also bought the Loose Pigment Duo, which is 2 loose pigments right here. And I got the 6-piece brush set that went along with this. And for all of that, I paid $59. And I actually think I had a discount code for 10% off, so it may have been a little less than that. If you just wanted to purchase the palette alone, it's $12. For $12, I really do think that this is a steal. I mean, I would definitely get it for $12. And like I said, the whole entire set that I bought is called Full of Sunshine. So it included everything that I showed, everything that I mentioned, the oils, the brushes, the pigments, and the palette. So I think either way, it's a really great deal, just depending on what you want. And I also know that you can buy the other products, the brushes, the face oils, the pigments, and all that stuff separately as well. So anyway, guys, my overall thoughts, I think it's a great palette. I think it's a really pretty collection. It's very fun. And I think it's worth the price. Well, anyway, that's all I have to say about this collection. I hope that this information, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that it was helpful to you. Before you go, if you'd hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up, I would definitely appreciate it. And as always, thank you so much for spending a part of your day with me today. I truly do appreciate it. And until next time, guys, have an absolutely fabulous day. Take care.